You need to hear this. If you're over trading, over leveraging, ignoring your rules, and letting your emotions control you, I promise you are sabotaging your success. This video is not about your strategy, it's about you. Everybody always talks about the real enigma in day trading. Well, I'm gonna give it to you today. Be sure to watch this entire video because everything I cover is 100% fact. There's no doubt in anybody's mind that's an actual profitable, consistent day trader who's gonna look at this video, see these rules, and say, no, that doesn't work. Because everything I'm gonna say in this video is 100% fact and will work for any single person trying to day trade or even commit to any type of business within any type of industry. A rule that has stood the test of time ever since the beginning of trading is stop over trading. If you're gonna overtrade 15-second setups or 1-minute setups, you're never gonna be profitable. The 1 minute is patterns, and if you can't see with the higher time frame your narrative or bias, nothing's gonna work. If you can't sit on the 5-minute chart and enter on a 5-minute order block with your stop at the invalidation, right, the low of the order block, say you're longing, and you can't just mentally just take that one trade and hold it, you just give up at this point. Of course, don't just give up, but I understand it's hard, but that's how you stop over trading, is you see, okay, the 1 minute doesn't work. Obviously, you can trade the 1 minute as long as you have those higher time frames on your side. But if you are constantly over trading, you're not gonna find success on the 1 minute. So swap to a higher time frame, maybe let your stop loss be a bit bigger, let the trade breathe. And I promise you, just from that one small step, you will find, oh my gosh, you will find so much more success than trying to trade just the 1 minute or just over trading in general. It doesn't matter how good your strategy is. A big killer for accounts is over risking. It takes one trade to blow an account and you're wondering why you're buying so many accounts. Why am I spending so much money? Why am I having to put so much money out when all you have to do is buy one account, trade it consistently, and you'll be able to find success like that. Of course, I understand if you're in a different position like myself when I first started, and I would shake, like literally shake, sweat. When I got on the charts, it was hell because I just couldn't grasp the concept of making money online and making money with candlesticks and seeing it happen so fast, 100, 200, 300. And then even, how you have to work your way up to thousands, 10,000, like those numbers are always gonna play a part in your head if you let it. There has to be some just switch that you don't worry about how many contracts you're risking. You just have a rough dollar amount in your head, or however, a rough RR, a rough sizing, a rough risk amount, and you have it in your head and you know that your plan, your strategy, however you're trading in the long run is gonna play out. I remember back when I first started watching ICT and he had the chart of how many losses you could take if you started, you only risked a certain amount, say 10% or 1%. And for example, if you're trading a 50K account with a $2,000 drawdown limit, you should, in theory, be able to take 20 trades at $100 risk and take that 20 trades. But in theory, you're not gonna lose 20 trades in a row. Like, who loses 20 trades in a row unless you're over leveraging, over risking, right? If you put 5 micros on a trade, say on MNQ, 5 micros, that could make you easily over $1,000 on just that day. But you're gonna risk, you wanna risk your 2 or 3 minis because you can't stand holding, you can't stand being in a trade that long. There's all these small things that you think in your head, oh, I'm just gonna risk a lot, make it really quickly, and it'll be over. It'll be simple. I know I can do it. You can't, you're not gonna consistently do that unless, you're consistently risking a small amount or risking a sizing that is appropriate for the account. Of course, if you start getting, a higher buffer, you start getting more in profit, it's perfectly fine to risk more. That's the whole part of the game plan, is to start sizing up, scaling up. Even with businesses, they don't just stay at the same risk tolerance for the whole life of their business, or they're gonna go under, because there's a lot of things that start driving into the business, certain things, and they have to be prepared and always keep sizing up, or they're gonna size down and eventually go bankrupt, or however you want to think about it. Of course, you can consistently do like 100K a year and be fine, but if you are, like we're saying, over risking, over leveraging, having to buy more accounts, put more money out because you're doing that, you're not going to find consistency. If you can find a consistent amount to either pay or risk, right? Say, in a business mindset, if you find a consistent amount that makes a consistent amount of money, obviously, you want to be able to do that and stack your bread up, stack your savings up, and then be able to use that savings to, move forward. Or obviously there's credit in it, but in trading, you're gonna have to use those steps to build forward and move forward. This is why most day traders are really gamblers, because they hop on, they think they can risk a lot, and they'll just do it the next day because they think, that doesn't apply to me, that I don't need to do that, I don't need to do this, I don't need to do none of that stuff. It doesn't matter to me. Who are you, bro? Seriously, like, who are you? How selfish of me would it be for me to think that I can beat a system that has been beating everybody's asses for millions of years? Not millions of years, but since the 80s, 90s, whatever, whenever the, Hashi candles came out from the Chinese. Like, obviously I don't know the whole history behind it, but I know that it is a system that is not meant to be beat. So why are you gonna think you're better than the system and take all the rules that you just made? I'm gonna risk a lot, I'm gonna overtrade, and you just think you can just somehow become successful and stay consistent like that? So, seriously, it's just as dumb as it sounds. It's plain stupid. It's literally gambling. It's just ignorant. I like throwing these in here like midway through the video, just not as a call to action, but just because it really does help me out when you guys like the video, leave a comment, and of course, like, leaving a subscription means a lot to me, and I appreciate all 2.5K of you. It is literally, it's still a dream that I even am in the position to where I can see where I can go. It's, working a 9 to 5, right? You just see the same steps and you can almost put a cap on how much money you're gonna make each year. But now, like we were talking about earlier, with that chart just exponentially going up, I'm delusionally just chasing it. And I was gonna go to the next point, but there's always one thing that stuck with me. Obviously a million things stuck with me, but the number one thing that my mentor told me when I was first coming up to, I can't remember how long it was ago, but multiple years ago, when I was first starting to see that and I would see the money go up and down, don't trade the P&L. Don't even look at it. Just trade the chart. Almost like you're not trading for money, you're trading to just consistently hit your targets. Not, like, if you're gonna think about the money at all, you've got the wrong mindset, because you're gonna get your ass whooped. Because as soon as you see it go green, you're gonna get excited, you're gonna wanna take profit, when you have a system intact with rules that keep you consistent. And you're not gonna find consistency without rules, and without rules, you're gonna be doing the same things that you keep doing. And then we come into a big part here with patience. And patience isn't about waiting, it's about waiting with the right intention. And if you remember one thing from this video, that needs to be it. Because you don't need to be waiting and staying patient for just a news event or something to happen to shift your whole bias. No, you need to stay patient for every single one of your rules and everything in your head to align perfectly, mesh together, and like it's in the back, you've seen this setup, it looks like a pattern now, but it's because you know how the price runs, how the price signatures look at certain times as well, and it just happens over and over and over, and you know that you can milk it because you can see it, right? But then you have to break past that P&L part, but you also have to stay patient with that intention of waiting for that perfect setup every single day. And if it doesn't appear, it doesn't show itself, you don't take a trade. And I could say it's as simple as that, but that's why 99% of the people are still stuck in the matrix. And it's not like I've completely pulled myself out. I've got a little success, but not enough to where I could just stop what I'm doing. That doesn't make sense, because 2-3 years or however long it would take for me to run right into the ground, it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna always keep building, keep looking to get get better, and keep always just looking for ways to improve myself and improve everywhere, improve with everyone around me, as well as improving just any part of anything that I can. You just have to be obsessed with not perfection, but just getting 1% better each day on every single part of your life. Along with patience, right? We're waiting with intention. That comes straight into accountability with setting those rules and setting them on and off the chart. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, please drop a like and a subscription below. And also, there's gonna be a part 2 to this video. That's why I cut in here. That's kind of why it faded out, because I just yapped for so long that I made it into a part 2, and I just didn't want to bore you guys to death. I know a lot of you have already clicked off already. So if you stayed to the end, like I said, just leave a comment. Comment absolutely something random, I don't know. Comment balloon or something. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.